Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to welcome you to County Court at Law Number 2. My name is Judge Terrence. I'm the judge at Law Number 2. We get some feedback. We have, that's not, I think it's coming from Mr. Flory. I think that feedback is coming from your monitor.
I don't know. I have it's on my cell phone.
Okay, you might have to put it on mute. And
All
then
right.
when I call your case, you take it off of mute. Thank you. Okay. Okay, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to welcome you to County Court at Law Number 2. My name is Judge Terrence Holmes. I'm the presiding judge here in County Court at Law Number 2. First of all, we'd like to welcome you here to County Court at Law Number 2. We have 3 dockets this morning. We have a jury trial docket, a pretrial conference docket, and an announcement docket. When I call your name, you will please come forward with your attorney. Now, the first case that I'm calling is cause number 23CCCR 0480. Case is style the state of Texas versus John Michael Shear. Mr. Shear is appearing via Zoom. Mr. Shear, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, Your Honor. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. And Mr. Shear's attorney of record is Justin Joe Eaton. However, standing in for Mr. Eaton is attorney Ben Flory. Mr. Flory, you can take your mic off of mute. Who's the prosecutor?
I did. Okay.
Okay. Mr. Eaton. Mr. Eaton, how are you? Well, Mr. Flory, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, Your Honor. Thank you for allowing me to do this by Zoom. My client's in New Mexico and I'm in Austin. Thank you, sir.
Okay, you're welcome. And Mr. Shear, does Mr. Flory have you to stand in for Mr.
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Flory, what is your announcement in Mr. Eaton's case?
Well, my announcement is that I'm still trying to get the discovery I need, Your Honor. If I could get that corrected, I think that we would be able to prepare to give you an announcement of whether we're going to try the case or not.
Okay. How much time do you need to get the discovery?
I've already received a round of discovery. I've gotten into the portal. I've downloaded what's available there, and I've also received the tape request and received a DVD. What's happened here apparently is that my client is accused of false report of an incident, and I believe a lot of what we need to evaluate this case is the information and the police report and the videos in the incident that occurred. I'm thinking that perhaps the reason I don't have that, it may be filed in that cause number against that individual instead. That's my guess. So I came to that determination last week after I received the DVD and went through that. Maybe I could visit with the prosecutor on the case. I'm not sure who it is at the present time.
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
Okay.
The offense report should be with the paper discovery.
You said the offense report should be with the paper discovery?
Yeah, the one that you received through the portal and downloaded.
Okay. Now, Mr. Flory, the prosecutor in the case is attorney Andrew Hubel.
Yes, I've dealt with Andrew before. He's a good lawyer.
Okay. So he says that the offense report is with the paper discovery, but you still can visit at some point with Mr. Hubel. Give us a reset date. Okay, this case will be reset until July 1st, 2024.
That would be very fine, Your Honor. I'll be in touch with him and then also talk with the discovery people. I hear what he says. I've downloaded everything. All I have is a supplement to the report. I don't have the report.
Okay, so your reset will be sent to you, or maybe sent to Mr. Justin Eaton. And
It's yes, sir.
what were you saying?
That is fine. He's with my office, and we'll take care of it. I apologize. I believe I should have. I thought we had entered an appearance on my behalf, but I'll see that it happens.
Okay,
Apologies for having a fire drill here. So
oh, y'all having a fight, okay. Okay, so Mr. Chair, your stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. They will be giving notice to you reset. You're free to go, and you have a blessed day. Mr. Flory, you're free to go as well, and you have a blessed day.
thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Yeah. Yeah.
I've never used it, excuse me.
Mr. Let's see, Mr. May. Mr. Macon,
Yes, Your Honor.
Matthew Logan Chance, cause number 24 CCCR 0376. Mr. Chance, would you please come forward? Mr. Chance, your full name is Matthew Logan Chance?
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Mr. Chance?
Good, Your Honor.
That's good. Mr. Chance, you're represented by your attorney, Attorney James Macon. Attorney Macon, how are you doing?
Monday, Your Honor.
Okay. And the state is represented in this case by Attorney Andrew Hubel. Attorney Hubel, how are you doing?
It's definitely Monday, Your Honor.
Yeah, you're right about that. Starting out with fire drills and everything. Now, now, Mr. Macon,
Yes, sir.
what is your announcement in Mr. Chance's case?
You know, I visited with Andrew this morning, and I believe if you'll give him 30 days, we might be able to work all these cases out.
Okay, give us a reset. You say about 30 days? Okay. Okay, this case will be well, these cases, cause number M323798 is the second case. Both of these cases will be reset until July 1st, 2024. Your attorney is going to get your resets. Once you get your resets from your attorney, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. Okay, you may be seated. Next case is cause number 23CCCR 2336. Case is filed in state of Texas versus Lindsay Fagan Robbins.
I'm working on it.
Oh, okay.
That's gonna be a plea
Okay,
decision.
just have a seat. We'll call you when the plea is ready. Next case is cause number 23CCCR 2610. Case is filed in state of Texas versus John Patrick Simon.
Your Honor, if I could have a week or two on Mr. Simon, Andrew made me a new offer today that may very well take care of the case.
Okay, let's set it for plea in 2 weeks. Yes.
May 6th.
Okay, this case will be reset to May 6th. And you can come up, just have a seat in that chair. And then when this is John Simon, when he finishes at the window, you can go to the window and get your case reset. Once your case is reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. You said that was reset to May 6th?
Yes.
Brian Gold,
He's here, Your Honor, and that
what is it? Goldman?
Goldman.
Yes, sir.
Oh, he's on Zoom.
Yes, sir.
Okay, how you doing, Mr. Goldman?
Pretty good about yourself.
I'm doing fine. We're in session in cause numbers M326042, cause number M326044. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus Brian Joseph Goldman. And Mr. Goldman, you're represented by your attorney, Attorney James Macon, Mr. Macon, what are your announcements in Mr. Goldman?
In Mr. Goldman's case, Your Honor, if I could have 30 days and finish negotiations with the district attorney.
Okay, is that gonna be July first? Mr. Goldman, your cases will be reset to July first, 2024. On that day, you need to be here in person. And your attorney is gonna get your reset, your attorney and your bondsman is gonna get your reset. Stay in contact with your attorney, your bondsman. You're free to go, and you have a blessed day.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Next case is cause number M327302, case is styled the state of Texas versus Donnell Wyatt Schexnayder Senior. On a trial docket. That's right. It's Donald. Okay, I said Donald. Okay, Mr. Schexnayder, how are you doing? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Schexnayder, you're represented by your attorney, Attorney James Macon. Attorney Macon, what's your announcement in Mr. Schexnayder's case?
Your Honor, it's my understanding we're going to have a bench trial on Mr. Schexnayder's case.
Okay, Mr. Schexnayder, just have a seat, and then we'll call you back up for the bench trial. Okay. Next case, well, next two cases are cause numbers M332929 and cause number M332931. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus Peter Tran. Mr. Tran, would you please come forward?
Your Honor, Mr. Tran's case is going to be a plea. I'm working in paperwork now.
Oh, okay. Mr. Tran, you can have a seat, and when we're ready for you, we'll call you back up. And I think those are the only cases.
I have Lindsay Robbins, Your Honor,
Oh, you,
and she's going to be a plea.
that's the one we called earlier?
So we do
Okay,
know.
yeah. You said the paperwork is ready?
Yes.
Okay. There's a Fagan Robbins. Ms. Robbins, you can come forward. She can put a purse. Let's see, this is a stop it. Free trial coverage. The case to come up. Let's see this one. Man, I don't know what's taking so long. It's just white right now, it's just a clear screen. I'm trying to wait. Man,
And they hate me.
oh, here we go. I finally did something. Yeah, slow. Okay, here we go. Jefferson County Court at Law Number 2 is back in session. The court is in session and calls number 23CCCR 2336 case is style the state of Texas versus Lindsay Fagan Robbins. Ms. Robbins, is that your full name? Ms. Robbins, would you please raise your right hand? Ms. Robbins, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Ms. Robbins, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Ms. Robbins?
Be better.
Okay, I would say it could be worse, you know, but just relax. You have Mr. Macon standing next to you. He'll take good care of you. All right. Now, Mr. Macon, Do you waive a record in Ms. Robbins' case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Robbins, I have before me a document that is titled Information Sheet. This information sheet was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information sheet, it alleges that you, Lindsay Fagan Robbins, on or about September 1st of 2023, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of driving while intoxicated while you were operating a vehicle, a motor vehicle in a public place in Jefferson County, Texas. Now, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes.
To this charge, Ms. Robbins, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
She pleads guilty, Your Honor.
Now, you're pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Macon, you need to check the box that says DWI.
Oh.
Yeah, you
It's
can-
Monday, Your Honor.
Yeah, you can erase that one. You just use it as an eraser. You don't have to tap. Thank you. Thank you. Now, Ms. Fagans, I have before me a document.
Robbins.
Oh, excuse me, his middle name is Fagans. Ms. Robbins, I have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishments. It's also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. Do you recognize this document? Now, in this document, there's one box that's checked. The box that's checked states that this is a Class B misdemeanor DWI. The range of punishment is confinement in jail for at least 72 hours, but not to exceed 180 days of fine that does not exceed $2,000, or you can be given both such fine and confinement. Do you understand that range of punishment?
Yes, Your Honor.
On page 2 of the same document, there are 2 sets of initials. One set of initials, I assume, is your attorney's initials, and the other set of initials, I think they're your initials. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, Your Honor.
And it's next to a box that says check guilty. Now, on page 3 of this same document, there's a signature above the line that's titled defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes, Your Honor.
And on the next document that's titled trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, do you recognize this document?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant? At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes that's marked. The first box states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes, Your Honor.
The second box that's marked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes.
On the next document that's titled Discovery Certification, do you recognize this document?
Yes, Your
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Honor.
Ms. Roberts, before you signed and initial all of these documents that I just showed you, did your attorney, Mr. Macon, go over these documents with you?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, Your
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Honor. It is.
Ms. Robbins, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, Your Honor.
Say up for 6-1.
Any objections?
No objection.
No objections. State's Exhibit Number 1. Okay, order in the court. Okay. State's Exhibit Number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Makins, you've advised and counseled Ms. Robbins. Is there any evidence that she is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
And Ms. Robbins, your attorney, Mr. Makins, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Robbins, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntary. Your plea of guilty. Okay, I said no contest.
Yeah.
I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given, and I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement
Yes, sir.
And what is that agreement?
For plea, policy is over 15 months deferred with a $500 fine, 50 hours community service, the installation of an interlock device, and DWI standard conditions of probation.
What's the court cost in this case?
It's just a.
Okay. Ms. Robbins, the state is offering that you serve 15 months deferred adjudicated probation. During the 15-month probationary period, you'll be required to pay a DPS fine of $100. You'll be required to pay a standard fine of $500. You'll be required to pay court costs of $392. And you'll be required to pay probation fee of $60 a month, your analysis fee of $15 a month, a reimbursement fee of $15. You'll also be required to pay Jefferson County DWI initial evaluation fee of $125 on the day of the plea. And should a further evaluation be needed, you'll be required to pay an additional $50. Your total monthly installments, that is the total amount that you will be required to pay each month while you're on probation, is $152 a month. Will you be able to pay the $152 each month?
Yes, sure.
You will also be required to perform 50 hours of community service. You'll be required to install an interlock device on any vehicle that you own or operate. You'll be required to attend and complete a DWI education class. You'll be required to have an alcohol assessment, and you'll be required to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of your probation. Ms. Robbins, do you understand the state's offer? Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just? And do you accept the state's offer? Okay, Ms. Robbins, I'll follow the bargaining agreement that you have entered into with the state. Ms. Robbins, if you successfully complete the probationary period, this case will be dismissed. It will not result in a conviction on your record, and you may qualify for non-disclosure. You can talk to your attorney about the non-disclosure because he's quite competent in those matters. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Now, this will conclude your case. Please stand in front of our court coordinator and follow the directions of the bailiff. Once you finish there, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
There's an issue, we have an issue with the case, that's what I'm questioning.
Okay, next case is cause number M330642. Case is style of State of Texas versus Sergio Javier Arriaga. Okay, was,
So getting here.
What?
It's not gonna happen either.
what, what are you talking about?
He's not aware yet. Go ahead, Your Honor.
Okay, now, Mr. Arriaga, your full name is Sergio Javier Arriaga?
Your Honor, if I may, before we get started, my client is a Spanish speaker only.
Oh,
However, there's a twist. He's also deaf. The case was reset from last time on to your pre-trial conference docket so that he could bring his translator. So his translator did not come in. She's in Florida and she did not come in. So when I saw him in the parking lot this morning, obviously he was by himself. So I called the person who translates for me, who's in Florida, and he has accepted the state's offer. However, it looks like I'm going to have to file a motion to have a sign language interpreter here. My understanding was that he was going to bring his in, but she did not fly in from Florida. And she does not intend to because of the cost. So she relayed the offer to my client. It's a probation offer from Andrew that he made this morning. My client wants to accept it.
Yeah.
However, we have a communication issue,
okay. Now,
not only the language.
now with the technology that we have today, she can, if he's speaking sign language, I'm sure she can, I mean, if you have Zoom at your office, you can Zoom in, he can sign the paperwork, she can Zoom in court as well, if that's possible, but I mean, she has to be, yeah.
I will do everything I
somebody
can to
that's-
pursue that, Your Honor. My understanding was that she was going to be here
Yeah.
physically this morning. So
Right,
when we were here last time, she had indicated she was coming with him and she's not.
yeah,
So I can't speak for her.
I understand,
could try to make
understand,
that happen.
I mean, okay.
One way or
If,
the
I mean,
other.
if it's possible, if not, then I mean, you can file your motion
Well,
and then we'll,
what I
you
would
know.
like to do is put it on a plea docket for certain, one way or the other, it's going to plea. If she is not willing to do that, like we just communicated. I know
then
she
you'll
had-
file your
She
motion.
has a young baby and that was another issue that I think she was trying to deal with. If I cannot do that, by the time we come back, I'll have the motion filed and the proper request will be made for that. But I'll do everything I can to do it the easier.
Okay,
But he
Okay.
is more than willing to accept the.
give us
offer.
a,
Relayed
yeah,
everything.
because I think the last time he appeared via Zoom,
That's right.
he was
We
at
made-
work.
We made it sure that he was here.
Right, right,
So I was surprised when he got out by himself this morning.
right,
Again, I've done everything that I can do.
okay. Let's, give us a reset.
I assure you, we're not doing this for delay or any other reason. It's just, it's some unusual circumstances.
Give us a reset.
If we could do,
Probably that-
like a Wednesday, could we do?
A Wednesday?
Instead of a Monday?
Okay,
I just want to make sure that I have plenty of time and
okay,
a lot of times I have trials set in a lot of courts. on
Okay.
Saturdays. That way I can make sure that I have this lined out. I can put the time in on. I just want to make sure we dispose of the case on the next Saturday.
June 12th?
That's any.
Did you say the
Wednesday's
12th?
Yes.
fine.
Okay. This case will be reset to June 12th
No,
of 2024.
when will we get four? Oh, Anna, no problem.
Yeah.
Okay, you
I'm
can
gonna step
get your
out,
reset,
call my-
you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
Again, I apologize for the delay.
Okay,
I was a little surprised this morning. We'll take care of this.
Yeah.
okay.
Step
She looked up and it's on, it shows it on the docket, had a reset, but we can print out. I don't know if it was reset, or it may have been, I don't know. I assume it's reset. I can give.
What doc? Well, you can give it to, one of them.
There you go.
Why can't you find this one? No.
Oh, he is on the announcement.
Okay, they couldn't find it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, he is on page.
Okay. Well, on here.
Okay, we're gonna do this first. Okay, this is cause number M323-788. Case is filed the state of Texas versus Marquise T. O'Neill. Mr. O'Neill, is that your full name? Okay, Mr. O'Neill, how are you doing? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Mr. O'Neill. You're represented in your case by your attorney, Alan Parker. How are you doing, Mr. Parker?
Good, Judge.
Mr. Parker, what is your announcement in Mr. O'Neill's case?
We've requested the video, Judge, which we need, and we have not got the video.
Hold on a minute. Could y'all, please quieten down, order in the court?
We've requested the video, Judge, which we have not got, and we need the video before we can make a decision on how we want to proceed, Judge.
Video, okay. Okay, give us a reset date.
So then, July 1st?
Yeah. Okay, this case will be reset to July 1st, 2024. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. Next case is cause number 23-CCCR-1280. Case is South State of Texas versus Ricky Renee Hartford. 6 years.
Ricky, oh, she's outside.
That's all right there.
Right there.
Oh, there she is. I didn't see you. I went outside with her a while ago and I didn't, she went back in.
Okay, Miss Hartford, your full name is Ricky Renee Hartford. How are you doing, Miss Hartford? Good, that's good. Now, Mr. Hartford, you're representing your case by your attorney, Attorney Alan Parker. Attorney Parker, what's your announcement in Miss Hartford's case?
I believe we about to have it resolved, Judge. We have one more reset. I think we can probably clear it out that day.
Okay, give us a reset.
July 1st.
This case was reset to July 1st for plea. Ms. Hartford, your attorney's gonna get your reset. Once you get your reset, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. Please stand behind Mr. O'Neill.
I'm doing a new.
Okay, next case is cause number M332868. Case is filed in the state of Texas versus Brandon Keith Barnhart. Mr. Barnhart, your full name is Brandon Keith Barnhart.
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Ms. Barnhart? I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. You're representing your case by your attorney, Tom Kelly. Attorney Kelly, how are you doing?
Okay for Monday, Judge. Thank you.
That's good. Now, Mr. Kelly, what is your announcement in Mr. Barnhart's case?
Judge, can we stay on this docket one more time, please? I've spoken with Mr. Hubel this morning. He's going to give a look at something that I've asked him to look at, that may lead to a resolution.
Okay,
May lead to a resolution.
give us a reset. It's on the pretrial conference docket. First case.
June 3rd or June 17th.
Which one? Either one.
June 3rd, fine.
June 3rd.
June 3rd. Okay, this case will be reset to June 3rd, 2024. Your attorney is going to get your resource, Mr. Barnhart. Once you get your resource from your attorney, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. Mr. Kelly, you'll be free to go as well and you have a blessed day. I think this is y'all the case.
Have a good week, Judge. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Mr. Gertz, this is cause number 23-CCCR-1816. Case is filed in the state of Texas versus James Vinson. Mr. Vincent, your full name is James Vincent?
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Mr. Vincent?
How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Vincent, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Ryan Gertz. Attorney Gertz, how are you doing?
I'm great, Judge, except we normally go in order Gertz and then Kelly. It's Kelly, you know. So I'm just letting you know.
That's all.
No objections.
No objection.
We'll waive any. We'll waive.
Okay. Oh, y'all have that, yeah, that's an agreement that y'all have?
No, just our firm name.
I know it's the firm name.
We go alphabetical.
It's alphabetical. He's the managing partner, so then maybe that's why he got called.
Okay. Now, the state is represented in this case by Attorney Erica Porter. Ms. Porter, how are you doing?
Right now, how about yourself?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Gertz, what is your announcement in Mr. Vincent's case?
Judge, we're asking for some additional time here. There's in part because there's a potential felony that's kind of hanging out there from the same stop that hasn't been charged. And at this point, it's like a little bit difficult to resolve this matter.
Yeah, this was the offense date on this one. Alleged, it was August 20th. And you say it's out of the same criminal episode? That's kind of long for them not to.
Yeah, so it just makes me uncomfortable to.
I understand,
deal
I
with this
understand,
without-
but I'm saying I don't know what the case is. They might be looking for more evidence. So I don't.
That's fine. Thank you very much.
She's gonna check to see the status of it, if they have it, if they refused it, rejected it. What is going around here? Now, it's in this county, right? Well, yeah, it's in the same criminal episode, so. Yeah,
Okay, so it's refused.
it was refused.
Okay. Then, can we get a maybe 45 to 60-day reset to
Okay, will that be July 1st?
get this resolved?
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, this case will be reset to July 1st, 2024. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you're free to go, and you have a blessed day, Mr. Vincent, and you have a blessed day as well, Mr. Gertz.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. We have any, Mr. Burbank, you working on a plea? Okay, okay. Mr. Macon, you working on a plea?
I'm working on.
Okay,
All right.
that's on Tran. Okay, Mr. Kimler. Let's see. LHLM.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, you are. Okay, Mr. Kimler, Isaiah Jermaine Collins. And you could have came through there, but you take the scenic route, huh? Okay, now, Mr. Collins, this is cause number M332950, case is styled the state of Texas versus Isaiah Jermaine Collins. Mr. Collins, is that your full name? How are you doing, Mr. Collins? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Mr. Collins. You're representing your case by your attorney, Attorney Wright Kimler. Attorney Kimler, how are you doing?
Well, you are, thank you.
Yes. Mr. Kimler, what is your announcement in Mr. Collins' case?
I believe we reached an agreement with the state, Your Honor.
Okay. All
It's
right.
not reflected in paperwork because it's a class two reduction.
Oh,
We'll
oh.
have a 30-day reset. You'll pay it for the-
Okay.
On the refund.
Okay, just give us 30-day reset. It's gonna be, you say it's a, JP reduction?
It
Correct.
is.
You don't leave, yeah, I'll give you a reset.
Okay. Give us a reset date.
June 3rd or June 17th.
Let's go with June, what's the day? June 3rd. We reset to June 3rd, 2024. Once you get your reset, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. Next case is cause number M326856. Case is styled the state of Texas versus Dwight Jermaine Lewis. Mr. Lewis, your full name is Dwight Jermaine Lewis. How you doing, Mr. Lewis? I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Lewis, you're representing your case by your attorney. Attorney Ralph Kimler. Attorney Kimler, what's your announcement in Mr. Lewis' case?
Ready.
State?
It's gonna be a bench trial.
Okay, Mr. Lewis, just have a seat. Yeah, we'll get our court report here. And next case is cause number M331312, case of Style of State of Texas versus Haley Renee McCray. Actually call court reports. Bench trial.
We have a few of those today.
Yeah, okay. Ms. McCray, your full name is Haley Renee McCray. How you doing, Ms. McCray? That's good. Ms. McCray, you represented in your case by your attorney Ralph Kimler. Attorney Kimler, what's your announcement in Ms. McCray's case?
Ready.
State?
That's gonna be a bench trial.
Bench trial as well. Okay, next case. Yeah, just have a seat. Next case is cause number M332118, case of Style of State of Texas versus Lanisha Danae Matoir.
She had a traffic warrant. She's.
Okay, she can come out. Is she here?
She needs to hurry.
You said she had a warrant?
Class C's.
A warrant is a warrant. Why would you let her go? Oh, we got a restroom back there. Okay, for folks in custody. Okay, is this, was that her who just came in? Lanisha Matoir? Ms. Seha, you represented in your case by your attorney Ralph Kimler. Attorney Kimler, what is your announcement in Ms. Seha's case?
Ready.
State?
Your Honor, there should be a motion for continuance.
Oh, that's what this is? Okay, so, Mr. Kimmler, are you opposed to the state's motion?
No, sir. I'll keep her here and maybe they will resolve.
Okay. Okay, Ms. Sal, you can have a seat. Next case, oh, that was, no. The next case is cause number, cause number M 330-825, case is filed with State of Texas versus Xavier James Ozan. Ms. Ozan, well, Mr. Ozan, your full name is Xavier James Ozan? How you doing, Mr. Ozan? I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Ozan, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Wright Kimbler. Attorney Kimbler, what's your announcement in Mr. Ozan's case?
Right,
State?
Is this the one that,
it's trespass.
yeah, this is the one that you want a reduction on, right?
Police, was just,
This was the JP reduction.
okay, I wasn't sure if it was a bench trial.
This one.
Yeah, sure.
No, so this is the JP reduction as well.
So I'll have him have a seat till we get the reset.
Yeah, just have a seat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a JP reduction.
Okay. So,
Yes. Yeah.
I need to get the report.
right, I'm saying.
Okay,
No, it's going to get reset.
okay, let me call, this case, recall this case. Lanesha Dene Matoire, cause number M 332-118. Ms. Matoire was scheduled to be in court at 9 a.m. At about 9 a.m., the court's barely called the name of Lanesha Dene Matoire. She answered. Ms. Matoire was in court. She left the courtroom, went to the restroom. She's no longer here in the courthouse. Ms. Bailiff, would you please call the name of Lanesha Matoire at the courthouse door?
I'll jump on the class A with the state judge.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
They don't have to follow on. Lucky we're not.
You sound like somebody who's trying to talk the VA to file and stuff.
No, I'll try to talk them out of it, the nose down. We don't do that.
I know, but you sounded like an advocate there, Ryan.
I'm not advocating anybody get. It's serious to this form. Look up the ditch. I look for it.
Okay. There's no response. Lanesha Matoire was given a reasonable time to appear in court. She has not appeared in court. State, do you have a motion?
State moves for bond forfeiture.
That motion will be granted. Warrant should be issued for arrest in cause number M 332-118. Okay, Mr. Macon had a bench trial.
Crazy bench trial.
Yeah, I know, but I think Macon was first.
Well, that's.
Okay. Court is back in session in cause number M 327-302. Case is filed in the State of Texas versus Donald Wyatt Scheckschneider Senior. Again, Mr. Scheckschneider, your full name is Donald Wyatt Scheckschneider Senior. Oh, yep, one of those forms, there's a waiver. There's a waiver in there. It should be in the middle, the first one. You and your client sign, prosecutor. Yes, April 22nd.
Okay.
Okay. Now, Mr. Shexton put an M before this. Mr. Schexnayder, I have before me, well, his name was supposed to go here, defendant and defendant, right here in the blank.
Oh,
Okay, Mr. Schexnayder, your case was originally set for a jury trial on the day. I have before me a document that is titled Waiver of Jury Trial. You recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
Now, before you signed this document, did your attorney go over this document with you? Did you read and understand everything in this document?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in this document true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay. State, are you ready? Defense, are you ready?
yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Porter, would you like to read the information?
Yes. In the name and by the authority of the state of Texas, comes down the undersigned Assistant Criminal District Attorney of Jefferson County, Texas, on behalf of the state of Texas, and presents into the county court at law of Jefferson County, Texas, and in Jefferson County, Texas, Donald White Schexnayder, herein after style the defendant, heretofore on or about March 28, 2020, did then and there intentionally, knowingly, and recklessly cause bodily injury to another, namely Crystal Green. Hereinafter style the complainant by punching complainant about the face, and at the time of said assault, complainant was a person with whom the defendant had a dating relationship. Against the peace and dignity of the state, signed the Assistant Criminal District Attorney of Jefferson County, Texas.
Mr. Schexnayder, how do you plead? Not guilty, guilty, or no contest?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
Not guilty, entered by his attorney. Now, Ms. Porter, would you like to have an opening statement?
We're gonna wait, opening your mouth.
And defense, you like to waive opening
waive.
statement? Ms. Porter, you may go forward, call your first witness. Well, yeah, call your first witness.
Now, the state's gonna call Crystal Green.
Crystal Green. Okay. No response. State, would you like to call your next witness?
State, does not have any more witnesses, but we would like to make a statement.
Okay, you may go forward on your statement.
Just 1 second, because my odyssey went down. I have my notes exactly what I'm going to say.
Have him to sign those waivers. For his case is Mr. Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Just give him a couple of them. I think he got about three or four.
Ready whenever you want.
Okay. Ms. Porter, you may go forward.
Okay, state has tried to make multiple attempts at contacting the complaining witness. We have no good contact information for her. Her phone is disconnected. And that's the statement the state wants to.
Okay, state, do you rest?
Statement.
Defense?
Your Honor, we move for an instructive verdict.
That motion will be granted. Mr. Sheriff Snyder, you've been acquitted of these charges. You will be able to get a copy of the acquittal in a few minutes once the court coordinator draft it up. You're free to go and you have a blessed day.
You too. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Next. Next case is cause number M326-856, case of style of state of Texas versus Dwight Jermaine Lewis. It's cause number M326-856. That's a bench trial. Again, Mr. Lewis, your full name is Dwight Jermaine Lewis, is that correct?
Oh, you got to fill out
What's his name?
the top part with his name.
You need a cause number? Okay. Mr. Lewis, your case was originally set for a jury trial. I have before me a waiver of jury trial. Do you recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant? Okay. Now, Mr. Lewis, before you signed this document, did your attorney go over this document with you? Did you understand what he went over? And is everything in this document true and correct to the best of us? State, are you ready?
State's ready, Your Honor.
Defense, are you ready? Ms. Porter, you can read the information.
Raising it for me again, just 1 second. You might have to get answers.
Okay. You have it? Oh, she can print it off. I'm printing it off.
Oh, you print it off.
Get that documented.
Obviously.
There you go. Thank you.
In the name and by authority of the state of Texas, comes down the undersigned Assistant Criminal District Attorney of Jefferson County, Texas, on behalf of the state of Texas, and presents and into the county court at law of Jefferson County, Texas, that in Jefferson County, Texas, Dwight Jermaine Lewis, hereinafter shall be defended heretofore on or about June 13, 2020, defended there intentionally, knowingly, and recklessly caused by Leandro to Leonardo Sanchez. Hereinafter style the complainant by punching complainant in the face against the peace and dignity of the state. Signed, the Assistant Criminal District Attorney, Jefferson County, Texas.
Mr. Lewis, how did you plead? Not guilty. Ms. Porter, would you like to make an opening statement?
We're gonna wait though.
Defense?
Waive up.
Okay. Ms. Porter, you may call your first witness.
Okay, state calls Leonardo Sanchez.
Leonardo Sanchez. Ms. Porter, you may call your next witness.
State has no further witnesses, however, we would like to make a statement.
Okay, you may go forward.
I've tried on multiple occasions to reach Mr. Sanchez. Originally, he was returning my calls. He stopped returning my calls a few weeks ago and he started sending them to voicemail. So I haven't been able to make contact with him. It's just weeks.
Do you rest your case? State rest, defense?
Move for instructed verdict.
That motion will be granted. Mr. Lewis, you've been acquitted of these charges. Your attorney will get a copy of your acquittal. Once you get a copy of your acquittal, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. Next case is cause number M331312. Case is style of State of Texas versus Haley Renee McCray. Okay, Ms. McCray. Your full name is Haley Renee McCray, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Ms. McCray, your case is scheduled for a jury trial today. However, I have before me a motion, it's a waiver of the jury trial. Do you recognize this document? Is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes,
Ms. McCray, before you signed this document, did your attorney go over this document with you?
yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything that he went over?
Yes.
And is everything in this document true and correct to the best of your knowledge? Okay. State, are you ready?
State's ready.
Defense, are you ready?
Ready.
Okay. Ms. Porter, you may read the information.
In the name and by the authority of the state of Texas, comes now the undersigned Assistant Criminal District Attorney of Jefferson County, Texas, on behalf of the state of Texas, and presents into the county court of law of Jefferson County, Texas, that in Jefferson County, Texas, Haley McCray, hereinafter styled defendant, heretofore on or about March 12, 2021, did then and there intentionally, knowingly, and recklessly cause bodily injury to Heather Park, hereinafter styled complainant, punching complainant about the head and body against the peace and dignity of the state, signed Assistant District Attorney for Jefferson County, Texas.
Ms. McCray, how do you plead?
Guilty.
State, would you like to would you like to make an opening statement
I'm gonna waive over.
in defense?
Waive up.
Okay, State, you may call your first witness.
State House.
Heather Hardy. Heather Hardy. State, you may call your next witness.
There is no further witnesses, however, I would like to make a statement.
Okay.
Okay. I attempted to reach Ms. Hardy, several times. Ms. Hardy finally called me back last week on Friday. She stated she's now in Hawaii working. She wouldn't be here for trial, and she does not want this to hold the individual back, the defendant back. She wishes her well and success in life, and we're gonna rest with that.
Okay, you state rest defense.
Move for instructed verdict not guilty.
That motion will be granted. Ms. McCray, you have been acquitted of these charges. Your attorney is going to get a copy of the acquittal. She get a copy of the acquittal for your attorney. You're free to go, and you have a blessed day. We have no. Next case is cause number M 333 case is filed in the state of Texas versus Daisy M. Sam. Miss Sam, your full name is Daisy M. Sam? Daisy Marie Sam?
Yes.
How are you doing, Miss Sam? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Miss Sam, you're represented in your case by your attorney David Grove. Attorney Grove, how are you doing?
Good, Judge, thank you.
That's good. Now, Mr. Grove, what is your announcement in Miss Sam's case?
A couple of things, Judge. I believe that, Ms. Sam's case was set for trial, and the, prosecution has filed a motion for continuance due to unavailability of a witness. And of course, I'm not opposed to that.
Chief, you have a copy of the motion, his motion? They say the state filed a motion, for continuance on the trial. Daisy Sam? Okay, just hold on.
That aside, Your Honor.
Is that the motion for continuance? Daisy Sam?
I'm bringing, she's bringing.
Oh. I'm not sure. I think she just took it off the front. That's one that right there in center. Unless that's another one. No, she has one before. It must be a different, no, it's two of them. Okay, now, Mr. Grove, you're not opposed to the state motion for continuance?
No, Your Honor, I've discussed that with the prosecutor. We're not opposed to it. In addition to it, Miss Sam tells me that there are some additional charges. Apparently, she was arrested about a week ago or 2 weeks ago. Those charges have not made it to the DA's office and been filed. So it would make sense to probably wait for that to make sure we get rid of all of her cases at one time.
So you said it haven't been filed yet?
That's my
That's
understanding.
correct, Your Honor.
Okay, well. So we'll give her a reset date on, this, we're gonna reset it, maybe reset it to July.
Okay, we keeping it on the 12th.
We'll keep this one until the other case, if to get refused. We don't know if it's gonna be accepted or refused.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
I just didn't know about it until today, and Mr. Hubel says they have been filed, so
okay,
I think that's, we should have to all wait.
July 8th.
okay, this is gonna be reset to July 8th, 2024. Mr. Grove, it's gonna be reset for trial. You can get your reset. Once you get, I think this is on the case, so once you get your reset, you'll be free to go. And Miss Sam, stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. Your attorney is gonna give you a reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you're free to go, and you have a blessed day.
You can.
All right.
Yeah.
Zero. So that Mr. Mountain, there's zero.
Okay, court is in session and cause numbers 23 CCCR 1198 and cause number 23 CCCR 1196 and cause number 23 CCCR 1606. Both cases are Silas State of Texas versus James Benton Matlock. Mr. Matlock, is that your full name? How are you doing, Mr. Matlock? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Matlock, you're represented in your cases by your attorney, Attorney David Grove. Attorney Grove, what's your announcement in Mr. Matlock's cases?
Mr. Matlock would like his cases set for trial.
Trial, okay. Give us a reset date for trial on,
June 17th.
it's gonna be June 17th?
Yes.
June 17th of 2024. Mr. Matlock, both these cases are going to be set for trial. Your attorney is gonna get your recess. Once you get your recess from your attorney, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. Okay, please stand over here. Let me see, Wade. Still. Okay. Oh, Ms. Barrazo?
Yes, sir.
How are you doing?
Good morning, Judge. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Oh, I think Ms. Barrazo, your client is Uye Ekong. She is also appearing via Zoom.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Ekong, you can take your mic off of mute.
Yeah.
Ms. Ekong, you can take your mic off of mute.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Ms. Ekong, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Ms. Ekong, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Lori Perazo. And again, Ms. Perazo, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, need a prosecutor. And Ms. Perazo, what is your announcement in Ms. Ekong's case?
Your Honor, Ms. Ekong's case was originally on the trial docket. I'm not sure how she ended back up on the announcement or back on the announcement docket. So
I have,
this will be a trial where we had requested, I guess, a few months back for it to be placed on the trial docket. I don't know, but this is going to be a trial.
okay, we're gonna reset this on put this on the trial docket.
Yes,
Give us
sir.
a trial date. Okay, this case will be reset for trial on June 17th. Ms. Ekong, your attorney and your bondsman will be given notice to be recessed. Stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. You're free to go and you have a blessed day. Again, your case is reset to June 17, 2024 for trial. On that day, you need to be here in person.
Okay, yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. And bless you. Now, Miss Perazo, your reset will be sent to you. You're free to go as well, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Your Honor. You too.
Oh, Miss Perazo, before you leave,
Yes, sir.
Mr. Boudreaux has a case on the docket. Is he in the office or because he's not here?
Okay, he's not, but if you'd like, I can try to reach him really quick at home.
Okay. Okay, that's fine.
Give me just 1 second.
Okay, you are. Was Hill reset? That's the one with Nathan Reynolds? Okay, is Mr. Reynolds, well, he was here earlier. Oh, Hill didn't show up? I had it marked as here, okay. Well, if he was trying to reset it before docket, he could have done that.
Yeah, he actually twice was she here. Because she's on her way.
Okay,
Don't call this office.
yeah. Jose Cornell Babano? Josie? Ms. Babano, your full name is Josie Cornell Babano?
Yes.
How are you doing, Ms. Babano? You okay? I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Ms. Babano, your case is set on our announcement docket. And I think the last time that you were here, your case was reset to give you an opportunity to hire an attorney, is that correct?
Yes, correct.
Have you hired your attorney?
I have, but I'm still working on the payments.
So you have hired the attorney?
Not, well, it's sort of, still working on the payments.
So you're paying an attorney?
I'm supposed to.
Okay, you're supposed to be paying an attorney.
Yeah.
So you haven't paid the attorney?
No, not yet.
Okay, how long is it gonna take you to pay the attorney?
I don't know. Not sure.
Are you working? You have a source of income?
Well, I was depending on unemployment, but I still don't know what's going on.
Are you receiving unemployment?
I was supposed to be, but I don't know.
So you're not receiving
Not
unemployment?
yet.
So you don't have no source of income, you not receiving unemployment?
Not yet.
Well, I see why you haven't paid your attorney. You don't have the funds to pay an attorney.
Just trying to wait on.
Okay, now you are aware that when you came to court on January 23rd, 2024, you were informed that if you wanted an attorney, but if you could not afford an attorney, you can request that an attorney be appointed to represent you.
Correct, sir.
Okay? So you want to do that? Because we're not gonna hold this case open forever
Right.
for you to, I don't know,
Well, I'm really waiting on unemployment.
you say you're waiting on it.
Yes, I'm waiting on a decision.
No, if you're saying you're waiting on unemployment, that's, to me, it was like a decision was made, you just waiting to receive it.
Pretty much.
Now, you haven't, no decision has been made. And so therefore you waiting on a decision, you ain't waiting on unemployment. Because there's no unemployment coming, because they haven't made a decision to give you any money.
No, not yet.
Okay, so let's do this here. The case that you have is a criminal case, okay? We're not playing around with this case, okay? And the court is not gonna play around with it. We're gonna give you a last reset, give it 30 days, and if you don't have an attorney within 30 days, then we'll move forward from there, okay? Okay, so we can just reset at 30 days, no more, yeah, okay? Okay, you can get your reset. Once you get your reset, you're free to go.
Your Honor,
Yes,
so I called Mr. Boudreaux's home phone and left him a message, and I also called his cell phone, but he doesn't know how to check his messages on his cell phone. So I didn't leave a message on that.
okay,
And his assistant, it only works on Tuesdays and Fridays now, so she's not
Okay.
here to ask.
all right, thank you.
Okay, sorry. If I do see him or hear from him, I will let him know that you're looking for him.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Simmons.
Yes, sir.
Your full name is Craig Stephen Simmons.
Yes,
How are you doing, Mr. Simmons?
I'm doing pretty good. How you?
Well, I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Now, you just heard the conversation that I had with Miss Laura Perazzo, who offices with Mr. Boudreaux.
Yes.
And apparently, obviously, Mr. Boudreaux is not here. And Mr. Boudreaux is not here.
Oh, yeah.
And she has made attempts to contact him to no avail. And so therefore, we don't know where Mr. Boudreaux is at this time. So what we'll do, we'll wait maybe about 15 more minutes. If he doesn't show, we'll have to reset your case. Okay, but we're still gonna continue to try to contact.
All right.
All right. Coin Keats Aye. Mr. Saye, your full name is Coin Keats Saye. How are you doing, Mr. Saye? I'm doing fine, Mr. Saye. Let me take a minute to pull up your file. Saye. Here we go. That door is locked? Yeah. Mr. Saye, I have before me a document that is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights of Defendants Without Attorney. And in this document that was signed by you states that you wanted to waive your right to an attorney and represent yourself. Is that correct? Okay, bond given, judgment done in error. What? Okay, states here, judgment done. Waiver of counsel. Okay. Now, Mr. Salye, now state whose case is this? Mr. Salye, your case is set on the announcement docket. And basically what that means is you can announce to the court what you want to do with your case. For example, you can announce that you want to go to trial, or you can announce that you want to, that you and the state have reached a plea bargain agreement in your case. Okay. So, or you can announce to the court that you need some time to get the discovery, which is the evidence. Well, you have access. They're not going to give it to you, but you'll have access to it. Okay. Now, what is your announcement? You want to see if you can work out a plea? Okay. Just have a seat and one of the prosecutors will talk to you. Is that it? Okay.
We called her about 30 minutes ago, said she'd be here in 12 minutes.
Oh, so she's on the road.
So
Okay. Okay, well, we'll hold up. Court is in session in two cases. Both cases are on the court's trial docket. They are cause numbers M 332-929 and cause number M 332-931. Both cases are styled of State of Texas versus Peter Tran. Mr. Tran, is that your full name? Mr. Tran, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Tran, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Mr. Tran, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Tran? You doing fine? That's good. Mr. Tran, you're represented in your cases by your attorney. Which one is being dismissed? It's 29. Okay. You're represented in your cases by your attorney, Attorney James Macon. James Macon, do you waive a record in Mr. Tran's cases?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Tran, I have before me a document that was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. This document is titled Information. In this information that was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office, it alleges that you, Peter Tran, on or about March 2nd of 2022, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of criminal mischief. Mr. Tran, do you understand what you have been charged with? And to this charge, Mr. Tran, how do you plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest? You pleading guilty? Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty? Okay, Mr. Tran, I have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishments, also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. Do you recognize this document? On page 2 of this same document, there are 2 sets of initials on a line next to a box that's checked guilty. There's your attorney's initials and their initials PT, your initials. Did you place your initials next to your attorney initials? On page 3 of this same document, there's a signature above the line that is, you're supposed to put his signature, he got his initials on page. Mr. Tran, I have before me a document. This document is misdemeanor plea admonishments on page 3. There's a signature above the line that's titled defendant. Is this your signature? It is. And on the next document that's titled trial court certification, he got his initials on this one too. Okay. Mr. Tran, I have before me a document that is titled trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal. Do you recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant? And at the top of this document, there are 2 boxes that's marked out. The first one that's marked out, there's a statement that says that this is a plea bargaining case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement? The second box that's marked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement? I also have a document that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant? Mr. Tran, before you sign and initial these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you? And did you read and understand everything in these documents? And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge? Mr. Tran, are you a citizen of the United States? You are? State, I have before me State's Exhibit Number 1. State, would you like to offer State's Exhibit Number 1?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections?
No objections, Your Honor.
No objections. State's Exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Macon, you've advised and counseled Mr. Tran. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Tran, your attorney, Mr. Macon, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation? Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation? Mr. Tran, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
For pleading guilty or no contest, the state has offered 180 days probate over 1 year. With a waiver of the felony, 50 hours community service, no contact with the complaining witness, Roberts.
Oh.
The defendant will attend spinal top intake and follow the guidelines and recommendations for spinal top, and the defendant has agreed not to tamper with the traps of other fishermen. And in 332-929 will be dismissed based on this plea.
What is? Let's see, follow recommendations. I see it, it said attend spindle top and follow recommendations. Who wrote this? That last word after follow recommendations, something.
All recommendations and guidelines.
And guidelines?
Yes,
Okay.
it was kind of close quarters.
Okay. And what's the court cost in this case? $342. Okay, Mr. Tran. The state is offering that you serve 180 days in the Jefferson County Jail. However, you will not be required to serve any time in the Jefferson County Jail because you will be placed on probation for 1 year. During the 1 year probationary period, you will not be required to pay a fine. The fine will be waived. You will be required to pay court costs of $342. You'll be required to pay a probation fee of $60 a month, a urinalysis fee of $15 a month each month. You'll also be required to pay a reimbursement fee of $15. Your total monthly installments, that is the total amount that you will be required to pay each month while you're on probation, is $114 a month. will you be able to pay the $114 each month? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You'll also be required to perform 50 hours of community service. You'll be required to not have any contact with Bobby Roberts. You have to attend the Spindletop intake and follow all the recommendations, all of their recommendations and guidelines. Also, cause number M332929 will be dismissed. Mr. Tran, you also adhere to all the standards and conditions of this probation. Do you understand that? Now, Mr. Tran, do you understand the state's offer? Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just? And do you accept the state's offer? Mr. Tran, I'll follow the plea bargaining agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Tran, please stand next to the bailiff, follow her directions. And once you finish following her directions, after you receive a copy of your dismissal and the judgment, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. I need this. Okay, I need to give, I'm signing this dismissal. I have his dismissal. Okay, I just signed his dismissal. Mr. Tran, I'm gonna wait for your dismissal. Sam Kilo, Shanna, Joseph Isaac. Was that Burbank?
Yeah, Ms. Hill is present.
Huh? Next case is cause number M331150. Case is filed in the state of Texas versus Jacqueline Sevilla Hill. How's your middle name pronounced? Xavier? Ms. Hill, your full name is Jacqueline Xavier Hill?
Xavier John, patient.
Okay, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Okay. Now, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Nathan Reynolds. Attorney Reynolds, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, Judge.
Ms. Reynolds, Mr. Reynolds, what is your announcement?
We've been presented with a plea offer, Judge. She's rejected that and asked for a trial.
You said on trial docket?
I've also filed a motion to withdraw. Should the case go to trial, I have a conflict with one of the police witnesses who's a client of mine. So
You've already filed the motion?
I filed it this morning.
Let me check on who it is.
And I visited with her. I don't think she's opposed to it.
I don't see.
You don't see it? Hmm.
Yeah, Bruce Smith, okay, so no, we haven't received it yet.
Yeah, I got confirmation that I filed it.
Yeah.
How long it takes to go through. It was filed probably at 9
Clerk
o'clock.
office have to take it in and then send it to us.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So,
Yeah, but until,
it takes a while for this to proceed.
can you call downstairs?
9:56 this morning. So up to you.
This is cause number 23 CCCR 2358, excuse me, cause number 23 CCCR 2348. Case is style of state of Texas versus Coin Keith Saye. Mr. Saye, that's your full name, is that correct? Now state, what was the announcement?
And so there's a DWI that was stepping out of this same event, and so I need to call BPD and find out what's going on. We haven't initiated it.
That's announced from September 30th,
I know.
2023.
So I'm gonna find out what's going on. And I told him that if, get a reset, maybe a short reset, 30 days, and I'll try to see if we can move on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna need a reset on Saye, the last one on the announcement docket.
Okay, for how long?
I think just standard reset.
July 1st.
Okay, this case will be reset to July 1st, 2024 to get a stated opportunity to see what's going on with that DWI case that has not been filed. You can just have a seat in that first chair by the wall. They're gonna call you to the window to get the reset. Once you get your reset, you're free to go and you have a blessed day. Yeah.
She didn't have it down. He didn't give her a copy of the witness from that home. Not yours.
Okay. Now, Okay, Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is back in session. The court is in session in cause number 23 CCCR 0066. Cases style, State of Texas versus Deganita Ochoa Ceja. Ms. Ochoa Ceja, would you please raise your right hand? Ms. Ochoa, Ceja, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth so help you God? You may put your hand down. How are you doing?
Okay.
That's good. Ms. Ochoa Ceja, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Wright Kimler, Attorney Kimler. Do you waive a record in Ms. Ochoa Ceja's case?
So
Mr. Ochoa Ceja, I have before me a document that is titled Information. This information alleges that on or about January 15 of 2023, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, operating a motor vehicle in a public place, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of driving while intoxicated. The state is abandoning the enhancement paragraph. Is that correct, state?
That's correct, Your Honor.
So, Ms. Ochoa, instead of being charged with a Class A misdemeanor, you'll be charged with a lesser included offense of a Class B misdemeanor DWI. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And to the Class B misdemeanor DWI that allegedly occurred on about January 15 of 2023 while you in Jefferson County, Texas, operating a motor vehicle in a public place. How do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Mhm.
Now, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty? Ms. Ochoa Ceja, I have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishments. It is also labeled as State's Exhibit number 1. Do you recognize this document?
Yes.
On page 2 of this same document, there's a set of initials, DO, on a line that's next to a box that's checked guilty. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes.
And on page 3 of this same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Is this your signature?
Yes.
And on the next document that's titled trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, you recognize this document.
Yes.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes.
At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes checked. The first box says check states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes.
The second box that's checked states that you are waiving your right to an appeal, which means you are giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement?
Yes.
I also have before me a document that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that is titled Defendant?
Yes.
Now, Ms. Ochoa, Ceja, before you signed and initialed these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you? And did you read and understand everything in these documents? And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge? Ms. Ochoa Ceja, are you a citizen of the United States? State, I have before me State's Exhibit number 1, the misdemeanor plea admonishment. State, would you like to offer State's Exhibit number 1 into evidence?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections?
Without objection.
No objection. State's Exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Kimler, you advised and counsel Ms. Ochoa Ceja, is there any evidence that she is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
Not that I'm aware of, Your Honor.
And Ms. Ochoa Ceja, your attorney, Mr. Kimler, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation? Has he provided full, effective, and competent representation? Ms. Ochoa Ceja, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
For plead guilty, the state is offered 15 months deferred probation with a $500 fine, 50 hours community service, the installation of an interlock device in DWI for stated conditions of probation.
She currently has been locked in her
Okay.
business.
Let's see. That's 100. What is the court cost in this case?
392.
392. Oops, 15. Okay, Miss Ochoa Ceja. The state is offering that you serve 15 months deferred adjudicated probation. During the deferred adjudicated probationary period, you'll be required to pay a DPS fine of $100, standard fine of $500. You'll also be required to pay court costs of $392. You'll be required to pay probation fee of $60 a month, a urinalysis fee of $15 a month, and a reimbursement fee of $15. You'll also be required to pay Jefferson County DWI education and initial evaluation fee of $125 on the day of the plea. Should a further evaluation be needed, you will be required to pay an additional $50. Now, your total monthly installments, that is the total amount that you will be required to pay each month while you're on probation, is $152 a month. Will you be able to pay the $152 each month?
Yes.
You will also be required to perform 50 hours of community service, install an interlock device on any vehicle that you own or operate. My understanding from your attorney, you already have that device. You'll also be required to attend and complete a DWI education class. You will also be required to have an alcohol assessment, and you'll be required to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of this probation. Ms. Ochoa Ceja, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes.
Ms. Ochoa Ceja, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Ms. Ochoa Ceja, if you successfully complete this probationary period, this case will be dismissed. It will not appear on your record as a conviction, and you may qualify for a non-disclosure. You can talk to your attorney about the non-disclosure because he's quite competent in those matters. Now, Ms. Ochoa Ceja, this will conclude your case. Are we ready with the paperwork?
Yes.
Okay. Please stand in front of the court coordinator, follow her directions. Once you finish following her directions and the bailiff directions, you're free to go. You have a blessed day. And Mr. Kimler, is this your last case?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you're free to go as well. You have a blessed.
Different employer made it back.
Okay, just hold. Okay.
Should go get her white. Okay.
Okay, Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is back in session in cause number M332118. Case of style of state of Texas versus Lenacia Danae Matoir. Ms. Matoir, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Matoir, how are you doing?
I'm good on good.
Okay, now, Ms. Matoir, you're representing your case by your attorney, Ralph Kimler, and Mr. Kimler, state, we had previously forfeited about her bond. State, you have a motion?
They will go on forfeiture.
You would, okay, the state is withdrawing the bond forfeiture. Now, Ms. Matoir, Mr. Kim, what is your announcement and Ms. Matoir's?
Your Honor, I believe I previously announced ready, so I'll stand by that, and we don't oppose the state's motion.
They have a motion for continuance?
No, there's not one.
Oh, this one, there's not, oh, I thought there was one on this one. Okay.
No,
Okay, so state,
and state's ready barring any acceptance of the offer.
I don't have, what's the rest? I don't have any money, I'm being on it, I don't have any money.
or you asking for it to be paid today?
Well,
No.
it would be 30 days, but I don't think she can come up with it.
And in the alternative, I had offered deferred probation with restitution.
You want to take probation?
Oh, I could take probation.
Okay, just have a seat then.
We have something to do.
That's on a different case. Next case is cause number M 331-514, case of style of state of Texas versus Damian Castle. Mr. Castle, would you please come forward? Okay. We need a prosecutor. Hey, Miss Mosby, she just walked out the door again.
That's not going to be. They tried to call me downstairs to let me know that she was leaving, but I don't have any service.
Okay. Well, they didn't stop her.
Too bad.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. This is cause number M 331-514, case of style, state of Texas versus Damian Castle. Ms. Castle, Mr. Castle, how are you doing? You doing fine? That's good. Mr. Castle, you representing your case by your attorney, Attorney Tom Roebuck. Attorney Roebuck, how are you doing?
Fine, Your Honor. Thanks for asking.
Okay, now, Mr. Roebuck, Mr. Castle's case is on the pretrial conference docket. What is your announcement?
In our last docket call, Mr. Castle and I discussed the plea agreement. I think he's going to accept that. If you give me a couple of weeks, we'll set it on the plea docket.
Okay, we reset this case on a plea docket. How you say June 3rd or June 17th, which is better for you, Mr. Castle?
Make whatever's best for him, Judge.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. Okay,
What date is June 17th?
it's a Monday. Now, is it any day of the week that's better for you?
Basically, I don't want to be fine. It's June 17th.
June 17th is fine? Okay, so this case will be reset to June 17th, 2024 for a plea. Mr. Castle, once you get your reset, you're free to go. Thanks for being patient with us, and you have a blessed day. And please stand in front of our court coordinator. And Mr. Roebuck, your reset will be sent to you. You have
Yes.
a blessed day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, you excused. We have M 332-750 case style the state of Texas versus Michaela Oshana Joseph Isaac. Miss Joseph Isaac. Your full name is Michaela Oshana Joseph Isaac? Oshana Joseph Isaac? Okay. Miss Oshana Joseph Isaac, would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God? You may put your hand down. How are you doing? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Miss Joseph Isaac, you're represented in your case by your attorney Tom Burbank. Attorney Burbank, how are you doing? Mr. Burbank, do you waive a record in Miss Joseph Isaac's case? Okay. Ms. Joseph Isaac, I have before me a document that is titled Information. This information was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information, it alleges that you, Michaela Oshana Joseph Isaac, on or about April 7th of 2022, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of attempt to elude police officer. Miss Joseph Isaac, do you understand what you've been charged with? And to this charge, how do you plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest? Are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges? Miss Joseph Isaac, I have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. This document was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this document, it alleges that you, Michaela Oshana Joseph Isaac, on or about April 7th of 2022, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of attempt to elude police officer. Do you understand what you've been charged with? And to this charge, how do you plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest? Now, are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges? Miss Joseph Isaac, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishments. Do you recognize this document? On page 2 of this same document, there is a signature, or two sets of signatures. One set is your attorney signatures, TB, and the other set is MI. Did you place your initials on this document? On page 3 of the same document, there's a signature above the line Uh-oh, is this your signature or your initials? Okay, you need a, hold on a minute. Yeah. She's gonna sign this page and the next page. She put her initials on. What are you talking about?
No,
Oh,
he thought he needed the tablet to reset. No, I mean, you don't need the tablet to reset yet.
oh, we got a plea going on now.
Okay.
Okay, now Miss Joseph Isaac. On page 3 of this document, there's a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Is this your signature? And on the next document, it's titled trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal. Do you recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant? I also have before me a document that is titled discovery certification. Prosecute, Mr. Huber, you hadn't signed this. Mr. Well, Miss Isaac. I have before me a document that is titled discovery certification. Do you recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant? Ms. Joseph Isaac, before you signed and initial these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you? And did you read and understand everything in these documents? And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge? Ms. Joseph Isaac, are you a citizen of the United States? State, I have before me State's Exhibit number 1. State, would you like to offer State's Exhibit number 1 in evidence?
Yes, sir.
Any objections?
No objections.
No objections. State's Exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Burbank, you've advised and counseled Ms. Joseph Isaac. Is there any evidence that she is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your
Ms. Joseph Isaac, your attorney, Mr. Burbank, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation? Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation? Ms. Joseph Isaac, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. And I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
For plead guilty or no contest, the state has offered 6 months deferred probation with a $300 fine and 24 hours community service.
What's the court cost?
$352.
$352.
And it's a court appointment.
Okay. Okay, Ms. Joseph Isaac, the state is offering that you serve 6 months deferred adjudicated probation. During the 6-month probationary period, you'll be required to reimburse the county $250 for the attorney's fees, you'll be required to pay $300 fine, court costs of $352, you'll be required, that's wrong, hold on a minute. Okay. Miss Joseph Isaac, the state is offering that you serve 6 months deferred adjudicated probation. During the 6-month probationary period, you'll be required to reimburse Jefferson County Court appointed attorney's fees of $250. You'll be required to pay a fine of $300. You'll be required to pay court costs of $352. You'll also be required to pay a probation fee of $60 a month, urinalysis fee of $15 a month, a reimbursement fee of $15. Your total monthly installments, that is, the total amount that you will be required to pay each month while you are on probation is $273 a month. Will you be able to pay the $273 a month?
No.
Okay. Let me see her affidavit of injuries.
We're asked the court to take judicial.
Okay.
Okay. Joseph Isaac.
I might be able to print it. Hold on a minute. Yeah. Where's the affidavit? What is the affidavit of injuries?
Yeah.
I see, yeah, I see it. I can print it. You want me to print it? I'm gonna just go ahead on and print it. Oh, I just have I have the affidavit. I don't, it's 3 pages. Oh, is there a different?
There's one attached to the magistrate.
Oh, was that the most recent?
January 19, 2024.
That must be the most recent one because this one was 2022. Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's a.
Actually, I have my little book like this here on my desk. It's, I think it's 27, 26, 27. Yeah, 2605.
Yes, sir.
G11. Okay. Okay. Miss Joseph, I have before me a document that is titled Affidavit of Indigence. I'm gonna hand this document to your attorney. Could you show that to Miss Joseph Isaac? On page 2, there's a signature above the line that is titled Defender Signature, it's top right-hand side. Is that your signature? Now, Miss Isaac, Miss Joseph Isaac, is everything in this document still true and correct today? Okay, Ms. Joseph Isaac. Okay, the court is gonna find that you're indigent based on that finding of indigency. Let's see. Okay. Miss Joseph Isaac, um, the court, the attorney's fees of $255 in this case will be waived pursuant, well, first of all, the court is gonna find that you're indigent based on that finding of indigency. The court cost is going to be waived pursuant to Article 26.05 G-11 of the Code of Criminal Procedure. That simply means you won't have to pay the court costs. The fine and court costs, which is a total of $652, will be converted to community service. And this it will be converted to 52 hours of community service. Your probation fee of $60 a month will be reduced to the statutory minimum of $25 a month. You'll also be required to pay the urinalysis fee of $15 a month and the reimbursement fee of $15, which comes to a total each month of $51 a month. Will you be able to pay $51 a month?
Yes.
The court costs, in addition to this, you will be required to pay you will be required to perform 24 hours of court costs in addition, not court, community service. 24 hours of community service in addition to the 52 hours of community service, which is a total of 76 hours of community service. Do you understand that? Now, you will also be required to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of this probation. Ms. Joseph Isaac, do you understand the state's offer? Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just? And do you accept the state's offer? Ms. Joseph Isaac, follow the plea bargaining agreement that you have entered into with the state. Ms. Joseph, just have a seat. When the court coordinator is ready for you, she has to redo the paperwork. Once you finish the paperwork, you can come forward. And once you finish at her window with the bailiff, you'll be free to go.
Your Honor, I was in the middle of a hearing in the 252nd. I'll be about 5 minutes and I'll be right back to take my last plea.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay.
About the trial setting for this week, I heard that Ada would not be available for Wednesday,
Okay,
so are we,
yeah, we're gonna pick a jury tomorrow.
and then are we doing testimony on Thursday?
Yeah,
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah,
just
that's fine.
For witness preparation.
that's right, that's fine.
Okay, so.
Unless y'all start testimony after the jury, depending on how y'all want to do it. Okay,
The testimony starts Thursday.
okay, that's fine.
That's for next week. What are you talking about? I'm sorry. I
thought it was this week.
No, but.
Check with her.
Where is she?
Is that check with her on that. Ada for this week,
Well, here it said that she wasn't available
but she said she's available.
today. Says that she's not available. And will be available the rest of the week.
Okay, so she's not, okay, so that other time when she gotta do that thing on Wednesday, that's next week with her husband? Is that next week with her husband? Okay, she'll let us know. Okay. Jacqueline Hill? Did we give her a copy? Oh, it's the same thing, it's just been signed. Ms. Hill, this is cause number M331150. Ms. Hill, were you here earlier? And Ms. Hill, you represented in your case by your attorney Nathan Reynolds. Attorney Reynolds has filed a motion to withdraw. Have you received a copy of that motion to withdraw?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any objections to Mr. Reynolds withdrawing from your case?
No, sir.
Okay, Mr. Reynolds, I'm going to, wait, give me the order to sign. I got the new one, it must be attached to the old one. Hmm? Yeah, it's attached to the old one. Okay, let's see. Mr. Reynolds, you are relieved from your responsibilities in this case. You're free to go. And you have a blessed day. And Ms. Hill, the court is going to reappoint you an attorney. And the attorney that's next on the list is Attorney John Macy. Attorney Macy will be given information to contact you. And you will be given information to contact him. Our court coordinator will give you that information. Once you get the information from the court coordinator, you'll be free to go.
Question,
And you have a blessed day.
question, for a research, not in June, not May.
Well, you just check with just have a seat, Ms. Hill, and she'll call you up. She won't, reset it in June. Yes. There you go.
Yeah. You still working on the plea? Mr. Boudreaux, you wanted your case reset? Mr. Boudreaux, would you come forward? Craig Stephen Simmons. How you doing, Mr. Simmons? Your full name is Craig Stephen Simmons? Okay, Mr. Simmons, you're represented by Mr. Boudreaux. Mr. Boudreaux, how are you doing?
Just fine, sir.
Mr. Boudreaux, what is your announcement in Mr. Simmons' case?
Your Honor, due to my misunderstanding, I was aware that there was a case set today, but for some reason, it never made it on to my calendar.
Okay,
And that's why I wasn't here on time.
okay.
He's asking that, and the DA, I believe, doesn't have any problem with one reset.
Okay, give us a reset date. Okay, this case will be reset to July 1st, 2024. Mr. Boudreaux, the court coordinator is going to give you a reset. Once you get your reset, you're free to go. And Mr. Simmons, you're going to get your reset from your attorney. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you're free to go. Stay in contact with your attorney and your bonds. And you have a blessed day. And you have a blessed day as well, Mr. Boudreaux. You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
All right, again, my time is
Okay. Here we go. Okay, Miss Mitchell. Let me put- Who's the prosecutor?
Well, thank you, but
This is Mitchell. Well, wrong one up just now.
Oh, she's got that.
Mhm.
Wait up. Hey. They have the wrong information in this case.
No, there were three co-defendants and they were all, you looking at the PC, Judge?
Oh, no, 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 no. I'm looking at the information. Hold on, I'm gonna go to the information. And the information says Trinity Malin Thomas. That's what the information says. Unless there's another information somewhere else.
Let me look it up.
That's what it says. Call number 23 CCCR 2114. On here it says Jailer Mitchell. On the information, it says Trinity Thomas.
Yep.
Hmm. We can get rid of this here. This is so much. Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 is back in session. The court is in session and calls number 23CCCR 0088. Case of style of state of Texas versus Echerica Wade. Ms. Wade, would you please raise your right hand? Ms. Wade, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Ms. Wade, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Ms. Wade? That's good. Ms. Wade, you're represented in your case by your attorney, Attorney Ryan Matuska. Attorney Matuska, how are you doing? And Mr. Matuska, do you waive a record in Ms. Wade's case?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Wade, you know what? This is not a fan. I don't need that. Yeah. I just know, looked at us, so. Ms. Wade, I have before me a document that is titled Information Sheet. This information sheet was filed by the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. In this information sheet, it alleges that you, Echerica Wade, on or about April 9th of 2023, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of, bless you, the Class A misdemeanor offense of assault, bodily injury. Ms. Wade, do you understand what you have been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, Ms. Wade, how do you plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest? Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty? Ms. Wade, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishments. Do you recognize this document? On page 2 of the same document, there are a set of initials on a line next to a box that's checked guilty. Did you place your initials on this document? On page 3 of this same document, there is a signature above the line that is titled defendant. Is this your signature? And on the next document that's titled trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, do you recognize this document?
Yes.
Is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes.
At the top of this document, there are 2 boxes checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that statement? The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that statement? I also have before me a document that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
Is this your signature on the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Wade, before you signed and initialed these documents that I just showed you, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand everything that your attorney went over?
Yes, sir.
Is everything in these documents true and correct
Yes, sir.
to the best of your knowledge? Ms. Wade, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, sir.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit number 1. State, would you like to offer State's Exhibit number 1 into evidence?
Yes, sir.
Any objections?
No objections, Your Honor.
No objections. State's Exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Ms. Wade, no, not Ms. Wade. Mr. Matuska, you advising counsel, Ms. Wade, is there any evidence that she is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, sir, Your Honor.
Ms. Wade, your attorney, Mr. Matuska, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation? Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Wade, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
We do.
And what is the agreement?
In exchange for the defendant's plea of guilty or no contest, the state is offered 1 year deferred, $500 fine, 60 hours community service, court calls, no contact with Jamisha Bell.
Okay. Mr. Matusko, are you court appointed?
Sure.
What's the court cost in this case? 277. Ms. Wade, the state is offering that you serve 1 year deferred adjudicated probation. During the 1 year probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $500 plus court costs of $277. You'll be required to pay a probation fee of $6 a month, your analysis fee of $15 a month, reimbursement fee of $15. You will also be required to reimburse Jefferson County the court-appointed attorney's fees of $250. Your total monthly installments. That is the total amount that you will be required to pay each month while you're on probation is $177 a month. Are you able to pay the $177 a month?
Yes, sir.
You will also be required to perform 60 hours of community service. You cannot have any contact with the complaining witness in this case, Jamisha Bell, and you'll be required to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of your probation. Ms. Wade, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think the state's offer in your case is fair and just? And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes.
Ms. Wade, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Now, Ms. Wade, if you successfully complete this probationary period, this case will be dismissed. It will not result in a conviction on your record. And you may be eligible for a non-disclosure. Your attorney, Mr. Matuski, can talk to you about the non-disclosure because he's quite competent in those matters. Are we ready? Our paperwork?
Yes, it's ready.
Okay. Ms. Wade, please stand in front of our court coordinator. Once you finish following the directions of the bailiff, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you.
And Mr. Matuska, that's it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you're free to go as well, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you.
Okay. Jefferson County Court at Law number 2 has just concluded. That's the last case. Court has concluded with the jury trial docket. Actually, we set for trial on tomorrow at 1:30. In the case, let's see.
We got an email, because we both seen it, one second.
Yeah, we set for trial in cause number M332118, case style state of Texas versus Lanisha Dene Matoir. That bond was forfeited and was, the bond forfeiture was recalled. And we dispose of all the cases on the jury docket and pretrial conference docket. We completed that docket, and we completed the announcement docket. All 3 dockets scheduled on today's date, April 22nd, 2024, in County Court at Law number 2 of Jefferson County, Texas. Judge Terrence L. Holmes presiding. Everyone, please have a blessed day. And attorneys, your excuse.
Well,
All right.
I just found the email, so you want to submit it real quick, okay? Okay. Thank you.
And is that the dismissal on the other case?
It's dismissed.
Okay, once we did, yeah, so case docket be concluded with that dismissal. And that's cause number M331245, State of Texas versus